Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you for being a part of my journey, part of my soul tribe, a part of this family. If you're new here, welcome. I realize I have quite a few new subscribers. Please welcome home. All right, so yeah, I was just going through my journal. This I started when I started my spiritual awakening 3 years ago, and I was so lost. I had no clue what was happening. I went through a series of depression. I was looking at some pictures when I just started the channel, when I did my first video. I was so stressed. I'm gonna post a picture of how I looked back then. I swear I gave up the ghost because I was about to be gone. I gave everything. I don't know if you understand what it means to surrender all. Let me pause. Surrendering all means you are dying tomorrow or you're going to die today and you want to make it right before anything else goes wrong. That's what happened to me. My spiritual journey took me through that phase of my life where I said, God, I left everything to you. I'm leaving everything in your hand because this is it. I reached that stage of my life where I did not know what to do. I don't have friends that understand that version of me at the time. I had no one to talk to who really understands what my situation was. I couldn't even tell them what my situation was, and that was the scariest part. If anybody should ask me, what was your problem? I can't say I had a problem, but I'm just so depressed and I'm doing soul searching. I don't have a clue where to start. Well, back then I didn't even know about tarot. I go online trying to find, counseling as how to get out of my depression. Is my zodiac sign the type of people who gonna be confused when you're seeking for answers and you don't know where to look? That was me. Yeah, I was locked away for a while, not wanting to communicate, not wanting to see anyone, not sure what was happening. I can't go to work. I'm just hiding from everybody. I don't want to eat. I'm losing weight. I'm looking stressed. I'm looking wild, like I'm going to go off my head. I said, what's wrong with me? I'm conscious of what's happening within me, but I could not express myself to anyone what was really wrong. I don't want to call anyone. I don't want to see anyone. Just thinking about it, it just stresses me all over again. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I resort to reading the Bible, and that become a burden after a while. It's like I can't even read because I can't focus. I had to go within. I just pray and cry, and I have no clue what's happening. Thank God. I was just, for whatever reason, with my twin flames and whatever, I was trying to find out the compatibility between me and my twin. But I want to say I bounced into tarot and I listened. The first one, convicted, not wanting to go any further, not wanting to hear anything, not wanting anybody to tell me anything about what I don't already know. I felt I knew everything and I don't want anybody to correct me if I'm going wrong. I felt it was wrong listening to it. But what I was listening to was so truthful to my life. I said, no, I didn't tell anyone this about me. The person was able to describe me from who I was right down. I was like, no, man, there must be something right about this. And if this is wrong, I do not want to be right. God, if I'm wrong, please forgive me. But this is something that is giving me answers to all my problem. The person I was listening to, I don't even remember who it was 3 years ago, but they had so much insight, and I knew these insights were from God. So whoever don't understand tarot, it's okay. I was in that same position. I didn't believe anything I could not see until I was able to see for myself, until I was able to walk away from the depression that I had. But walking away is an understatement. I want to leave that area of my life. I had most things that I was supposed to be happy for. I but I'm so my soul was worried. There was something about my soul that I could not figure out what it was. And for the life of me, I'm like, "Ah, it's like I'm ready to die. I can't figure out what to do to move forward." So yeah, when I'm able now to channel message, I think I listened to someone on a channel talking about channeling message to your spirit or your spirit guides or whatever, and how to do it, and I tried it. That was my turnaround. I realized I am able to communicate beyond the physical. I'm able to communicate spiritually with something or someone who I wasn't able to see. I would even ask if they're beside me, are you on my right? Are you on my left? What do I need to do? They became my secret friend. So when I'm locked away in my closet, at times I'm scared because whoever is talking to me, I can't see them. But what the words they're using, they're somehow unknown to me. I have to be using my phone to Google the meaning of words and yeah, I was like that dumb. Yeah, after I used Google, yeah, I would like just say, Google, what's the meaning of that? And then it would chip in and give me the answer. Say, okay. And I would write it down. But I was so naive to everything that exists in this positive and negative world. I don't know what should I say. But when I asked, my purpose was made clear to me through that dark time. This darkness brought about a light within me that I did not even know I had. God knew all this time it was there, but for some reason, I was always hiding from wanting to be public, wanting to share my story. So for about 3 years, all this time, I made one video, maybe every other week, as often as I get the time. But I was supposed to reach someone. I'm not sure who I was supposed to reach, but I'm reaching a lot of persons. But the message that my spirit guide told me when I asked, what is my purpose? Because I was so confused as to why I'm so confused. And they told me, I have a spiritual journey. They told me I have a spiritual mission. And one of the mission is, I wrote it down. They said, mold God messages to the universe. Mold God messages to the universe. It had me puzzled for a while. It puzzled me for a week or so. And I go back and I ask them, what do you mean by mold God? Because I have it written down. I write it. And whatever they told me, I would put it in red. And then if I'm not clear as to what they're trying to say, I would ask them to interpret it because I want to make sure. I even reached a point where I was asking them, am I speaking to myself? And they said no. I said, who am I talking to? They give me their name. My God, this is so scary. I want to run away from myself, but whatever I want to run from, I can't see. So this was so scary. It was weird, but they wanted me to deliver God's messages to the world. I was reluctant, of course. I'm not a public speaker. I don't want to speak publicly. This is not me. But I have a mission to accomplish, and God gave me this mission. So that's why I'm here. I don't know why I'm talking tonight. I don't know why I'm talking tonight. See, I have my cards ready to do a reading, and I'm just talking. But yeah, mold God messages to the universe. Took me a while, as I said, and eventually I realized it doesn't matter how or what I do, I cannot push away that feeling from wanting to make a channel. They want me. Go make, they told me, I want to quote the word, go make a local TV channel. Local TV channel. What am I doing on TV? I'm not a news reporter. I'm not a movie star. Why am I on TV? So they wanted me to do a channel. They said, God did not take you through all this to keep it to yourself. You need to share your journey to the world. They wanted me to share my dark days, my dark times with others who might be going through the same situation. They wanted me not to be quiet. They wanted me to be bold. When I go to bed at night, I can't even sleep. It's like the urge is so much there to the point where I'm miserable. I am so frustrated. I can't, I put my head down and I'm up again because there is a mission. There is something that God wants me to do for Him. And I'm not willing. So when I channel message again, wanting to find comfort in me being afraid, my spirit guide said, kick procrastination. I said to myself, I don't speak like that. Kick procrastination. Yeah, but they are like really straightforward to the point. They don't give you a lot of words when I channel message through them. They tell you exactly. Kick procrastination. I said, what am I supposed to talk about? I said, go do research. These were dark days. And, even though I doubted everything that was going through the channeling, I didn't believe. So it reached a point where, okay, since you're not believing that you're not talking to yourself, let me show up. Let me show up then and give you more proof to say you're not talking to yourself. Yeah, so over time I realized, no, this is not my thought process. The words they gave me, I don't know the meaning of the words. I have to be researching and writing down like I'm at school. So, this journey taught me so much, and I'm just so thankful to God. I'm so thankful to my collective who bear with me over the 3 years. I'm here. I'm gonna show you a picture of where I'm coming from, how dead I was. I remember when I did my first video, I asked my spirit guides, what do you think about the video? They really commend me on it. Good job. So they were not just there, they were like my cheerleaders. They were like my fans. They were my biggest fans. I had no one outside of me. Well, I could talk to my mother, but it was just me to figure out what was happening. And when I find out what exactly my purpose was, they start leading me into whatever I'm supposed to do. If I want to make a channel, I don't even know how I make my YouTube channel because I have no idea how it all started. I just sat one night and for some reason, I must was guided to make it because when it come on to technology, it's not me. My son always laugh at me. My mother is 85. I always talk about my mother. She's my queen. So you know, my mama will call my son and she would say, man, what away your teeth white on FaceTime. So my son compare me to my mother, me doing YouTube video with my mother talking on FaceTime because she's 85. She's not supposed to even know how to do a FaceTime video, but my mother is doing FaceTime. So he looks at me like, If you can figure out YouTube, I had no clue where to start. Nobody understands what I'm trying to say. I hope somebody can understand and relate to what I'm trying to say. But I had no clue how to start anything. I just went on because they were waiting on me. And I could, I believe they literally held my hand. Come on, you can do this. I've never been cheered on by things, by spirituality. This just had me so overwhelmed. I'm so grateful that God chose me to do it, even though I didn't want to do it. But yeah, so He wanted me to share His goodness to the world. And when I say goodness, I've been there. I've been there. And if I overcome, you can too. So when I'm speaking like this, when I come on a daily basis and I talk, not many persons want to listen because they don't believe in terror. I didn't believe in it either. And that's the reason when a person is trying to be rude or disrespectful on the line, I tarry with them because in my ignorance, I was the same. I didn't know, I didn't have a clue. First of all, I didn't even hear about it before I even went online to do research as to why I was so miserable. What's happening with me? What's wrong? Where do I need to fix? And there's something about me, and it's not anybody else around me. It's just me. My soul was worried, and my soul was searching. But finally, I figured what my purpose was. My purpose was to bring my well, one of the messages I got. I don't have it on this page. Was bring my children to Christ. Bring my children to Christ. Yeah, I have it written down, but it is somewhere. I just bounce on the part that says mold God words. No, I don't want to misquote it. Mold God messages to the universe. When I say I'm on a mission, yeah, this song keeps on coming up when I hear this mission. I came on business for the King. He told me to smile and he told me to sing. 'Cause I can't just stand here and do my own thing. 'Cause I came on business for the King. So listen, when I say I come on business for the King, I come on business. And it reached a point in my life now where I'm persuaded by what's right. I know whatever I'm doing is right. It's only God can come and tell me, hey, whatever you're doing is wrong. So when a person come on my channel and tell me that what I'm doing is foolishness, I just have to laugh because I know they're not awakened. They're still asleep. Persons are still fast asleep with their eyes wide open. And it hurts me so deeply that people at this era of our time is not even aware of the goodness of God because it's just stripped away from society like a regular thing. Yeah. People just strip God away from their lives. And believe me, we need God in every area of our lives. I realize this. So now my spiritual awakening was a big wake up call for me. This is a born again lesson for me. I was born again. I was no when I wake up out of the slumber and realize it feels like the world was different. I was looking at people, situation, everything from a different lens. I no longer was blindfolded by things of the world. Even though things of the world didn't phase me, at some point I feel like I wasn't even, how do I say? At some point I feel like I wasn't even belonging here because I get so comfortable in the world of communicating with something beyond me to the point where every physical person I'm seeing, I cannot deal with them because whoever I have in the spiritual is guiding me so well. If I have simple tasks even to accomplish, I will ask, how do I do this? And trust me, the answers are coming. Oh God, I wish someone could be listening and understand what I'm trying to say. The answers are coming. If I can't find something misplaced by me somewhere or another, I can go to my invisible friends and I speak to them. When I wanted to give my channel the name, I asked them. They said God Love Notes. That's what I wanted me to give my channel name, God Love Notes. I couldn't even come up with that name because I had no clue where to start. So I just added Galaxy to it to make it more universal. And they said it was perfect. And I continued with that name. So this have me so overwhelmed, so happy. This is really amazing. When I think of my journey, I didn't think I was gonna still be here. I was so scared, also angry, unhappy, believing that God had turned his back on me. I really wanted to quarrel, but I had no fight left. The strength I have to quarrel with God, I use it. I internalize this energy into praying and asking for guidance. I really was lost, but God wanted me at that spot, that same place, because that's where He wanted to reach me. I was never a prideful person or arrogant, but I don't believe anything unless something really happened. And this really happened. I'm just laughing, but every time my heart cries, knowing that, you're on a deserted island and no one to turn to. When you look up, you only see the blue sky, nothing to communicate with. But I knew there's something else beyond me. Intuitively, I knew that I could reach out to, and I did. They answered. They answered. So, anyways, sorry to bore you with my story, but this might just be someone's story also. So I'm just sharing this because if God take me through my dark night of the soul, I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna actually use a picture. The first picture I took during the time of my dilemma, let me call it that way. I was so drawn out, drained out, looking sick, and I'm not sick, I'm fine. But my soul was starving for something beyond the physical. My soul was thirsting for knowledge, and that had to be found only in God. So He wanted me as a vessel. So He had to purge me from self and weaknesses and put me back here as a newborn, as a newborn. I might be old. I might be old, but God put me in a brand new spirit. Oh God. Anyways, collective. I'm not coming here to bore you, but I'm just led to speak on my journey. That if you're not broken beyond the point where you think you can repair yourself, you're not broken enough. Believe me. So when God really wanna work on you, He empties you from everything, even people. You will lose your job because He has something better for you. I didn't lose my job, but I couldn't even go to my job because I was so broken. What broke me down like this? I have no clue. I know, well, I know I'm on a spiritual journey. My twin left, but it's not like I was supposed to be so attached because I didn't even get to meet him after 33 years. We only talked on the phone for like 3 months, and Zoom, he was gone. And, you know, it broke me down, but I did not know. the significance of him coming or leaving, but my heart was empty. There was nothing that could fill that void, but I did not know it was a soul contract that I have shared with someone else. Anyways, thank you for joining me here at the Galaxy with God of Notes. I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I'll do a reading shortly. Let me compose myself and I'll talk to you on the other side. Thank you. Good night.